24 hours of non-stop indie hip-hop right here on Rap Nerd Radio.
Son, the blessing come in bigger lumps. I peep the holy pastors looking at me in disgust. I hope you understand this game and watch the handshakes. A whisper in the ear could be the whole seal of your fate.
What's going on? What's up? What's going down? What it do? What it is? It's your boy D-Sick, aka the Rap Nerd, and today we got G-Litty from the DMV. What's going on, bruh?
What's up, man? Appreciate you having me on your platform, man. Appreciate everything that you're doing.
For sure.
Big up and respect, and I'm just happy to be here, man.
Man, thanks. I'm glad to have you, dog, because I see you really making waves out here in the underground and in the mainstream. Like, you know, it's really dope to have you, bro. So I just got a few questions for you, man. Like, I noticed just doing my research on you that you've been rapping since 12. Is that right?
Yep. Going back to 99. Yep.
If you could just tell me about, like, you know, how you grew up and then how you got into hip hop at 12.
Well, basically, I grew up a music fan. My mom was actually a singer. She was signed to an actual record label back in the day, and you know, she used to put big hours in the studio after work, and I used to come there, and you know, as a kid, I'd fall asleep, but then I just got excited from there, and then you know, my dad, he was a avid music fan, and then I fell in love with the production, the creativity, and everything that goes into making a record. So that's where my love came in. By the time I was 13, I've written, recorded, and produced my very first song, made the beat. Recorded off Fruity Loops back in the day.
Nice, yeah. Fruity Loops, that was everybody's platform, man.
Yeah. My very first song. And the first song was called Punk N-Word. I was 13.
You made the beat in Fruity Loops and you recorded it in Fruity Loops?
And I recorded by myself because back then I was too trash to rap with my older cousins. So they left the studio one day in the basement. So I just went there, hit record the verse, hit stop, punched it in. Yeah. I
mean, it's just like any other competitive thing. It's like you gotta put your shots up in the gym so you can get used to it, you know?
Yeah, most definitely. But I did learn a lot from just that time, and I apply that to my music today as I move forward.
Okay. How'd you get the name G-Litty? Did you ever have any other rap names before that, or was it always G-Litty?
Man, my very first rap name, everybody that knows me, they gonna know I went by L-Dog. That was my very first name, L-Dog.
Everybody got a name that they embarrassed of, bro.
Yeah. So I had the old L-Dog. I was like, man, as I got older, I was like, I got to get a little more mature look. Now, prior to becoming G-Litty, my rap name was Young Lotto.
Okay.
Latto.
That would have caused a problem nowadays. So good thing you changed that.
Exactly. I had that name from 2008 to 2018, 2019 for the simple fact that, you know, there's another female artist that had the name spelled exactly the same. So that forced me from a business standpoint and a legal standpoint to change that. And G-Litty stands for, you know, we are all made in the image of God. So put God before everything, and everything is lit. G-Litty. It's Facebook, Instagram, G-Litty. You can always catch me live.
That's what's up, bro. That's what's up. So throughout your journey of being an artist, like, what are some of the things that you learned that you might want to pass on to other people that are watching this program?
I'm gonna tell you something that my good friend, shout out to Jimmy Henchman too, man. Shout out to Jimmy Henchman. He gave me a lot of knowledge when I was in the feds. You know, we talked every day. Shout out to him. What I learned from my personal experience and just from others is that this industry, it doesn't matter how hot you are. Doesn't matter lyrical abilities, the skills that you have. This is an industry to sell records. That's basically what I had to realize is in the process of making a record, I had to realize that I had to step out of my comfort zone, you know, and instead of making songs that's straight for the streets and straight grit, the grimy, the dirt, you know, I can still find a way to express myself, put it in a commercial vehicle, as I might add. So I would tell everybody is to be true to yourself, make music that resonates from the heart, but also understand that your word and your music, you're not just making it for others that's in your neighborhood. It has to reach a broad audience. And don't give up. Do not look to the left. Don't look to the right. Don't see what this person doing. Make music that fits for you. And remember, everybody's time is going to come when it's ready. Be patient. Take the necessary steps today, but be patient. Don't look at everyone else's success because that's for them.
Absolutely. I totally agree with that, man. And I realized that a lot of artists, you gotta have a total package out there. Like you gotta, like you said, you know, focus on all of it, because if you really want to blow up, and if you're not just doing it as a hobby, you gotta try to appeal to the masses, however that may be. But just don't go outside of yourself. There's a way to stay yourself and still do that.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's definitely a way. And that formula is going to come with experience.
For sure. And then I noticed that, you know, with your style, I would call you like a lyrical trap rapper. Like, it's a lot of people that do like trappy type music, but they just kind of saying whatever sounds smooth, whatever sound cool. But, you know, who are some of the artists, like who are your influences? I could tell that you got like some real lyrical influences just by the way you spit.
Yeah, started going back then, man. My favorite rapper of all time, Biggie Smalls. Biggie Smalls was a very big influence on me at a young age. Nas was a very big influence on me. Ludacris. I know it sounds crazy, but Ludacris was very creative.
It don't sound crazy at all. Ludacris do not get his just due to this day, bro.
Joel Santana, Dipset, they was never Lil Wayne. It was a T.I. So that's where you could probably see a little mixture of how I deliver my words. And the last but not least is 50 Cent. He was a very big influence on me growing up as well.
For sure.
Yes, sir.
Those are some great influences to have, man. Like, what keeps you going? What is your motivation? You know, kids, family, what you got that keeps you in this thing?
To be honest with you, man, the hunger, the drive. Like, I feel like, you know, with me being away for almost a decade, that kept me. It's like you have a dream and you have belief in yourself. And if you was to stop that, your life, I mean, you have kids, you have responsibilities, you could be successful in other areas. But I feel for me, if I was to let this go due to the whole age factor thing, I would feel like a failure. And it's just that inner fire. And I still believe that I have a lot to get off my chest, a lot to be heard. And I feel like I'm not going to step away from this until I've given it all.
Absolutely. Because it's like, if you're not giving it your all, then what you doing it for?
It's no point. You're going to waste your time and you're going to get frustrated, and it's going to lead to other aspects. And, you know, for independent artists, it's not easy when you're doing everything yourself, self-funding everything, because this is not immediate return on an investment.
Right. It's delayed gratification. You got to, you know, put in the work now so that you could, you know, bear the fruits of your labor later.
Yeah, most definitely. And that's what I've done. And, you know, if I decide to part with another label, I can be able to show them, like, this is how much I invested in me throughout the years.
Right.
I'm serious about this, you know.
But let me ask you this, like, how important do you think networking is to up and coming artists, and talk about maybe some of the connections that you've made?
Man, networking is very big. I believe in the DMV, we have a good sound, we have a good scene, because there's a lot of talent. Even in the Northern Virginia section alone, it is a lot of talent that I just feel like we're not doing enough networking, because you can't do everything by yourself.
Right.
And the egos, I want to be number one. I don't want to share the platform. As you can see, anytime I throw a show, Anytime I do anything, I'm always calling up artists like, yo, come perform. Yo, come share the stage. Come share the stage. I feel like we need to have more of that instead of, you know, when other artists have something going on, they're inviting you just to look from the crowd.
Yeah, I like that. That's great advice for the up and coming artists. It's very important to just make as many connections as you can, because you might not know the main person you're trying to get to, but you might know somebody that knows them. Everybody in the world is within, I forget how many people, like within 8 people of you or some shit like that. So you gotta, even being introverted, a lot of artists just want to close up and be to themselves and focus on the art, but you have to get out a little bit to make things shake.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You got to get out. That goes back to getting out of your comfort zone. You got to get out of that. You got to be willing to take chances. You got to be willing to be embarrassed.
For sure.
You got to be prepared to get booed. Yeah, all that.
To know how it feels to win, you got to know what it feels like to lose.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know, just like you mentioned 50 Cent, like, you know, sunny days wouldn't be special if it wasn't for rain, all that.
Yeah, that's a fact.
That's true.
That's a fact. You got to be prepared for everything. And I just think that just today seeing a lot of different artists is like, we want to hurry up and get to the finished product, the success, the money, the fame, the recognition. But you got to realize, you don't know what goes on behind the scenes to make it happen. It's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears that has to go into this. And then you got to, are you prepared for that type of exposure?
For sure. And I know a lot of artists, they want that finished product because they see, you know, the chains, the cars. Some people are against showing that type of stuff. Some people want to shine and do it for motivational purposes. What's your stance on that?
I feel like any artist or any human being, you work hard for your money, you can do whatever you want. You can flash 50,000, you can flash, work hard for it. That is your money. I can't dictate what you do with your money. Now, the advice that I would give, you're opening yourself up to a lot of attention, and that intention may not come from people that may have your best interests at heart.
Right.
So it's a double-sided coin. But I tell everybody, express yourself, but you can do it in a way where you're not me up here look down at you, because the average person goes to work 9 to 5. Of course they want to have 100,000, but the average person doesn't have that. So you got to find a balance of motivation instead of alienating, because some people, they don't have it. So why should they support you having it?
Absolutely. You know, and people got to realize you got to go through the steps in order to get to what you're trying to get to. You can't just jump right there. Yeah. And, you know, speaking about that, and speaking of like wealth building and all that, do you feel like it's important for people to put all their eggs in one basket and focus on music? Or do you feel like they should always be looking at other side hustles and other types of income?
Well, like me, I have my own business that I do, which allows me to fund my music. I'm always supportive of having more than one or multiple hustles. Even artists in the game now, some of the biggest earners artists, a lot of their money come from endorsements a year.
Facts. Mm-hmm.
And so I always suggest artists to have more than one hustle. Hell, have a 9 to 5 if you got to have one. Don't be ashamed.
For sure.
Don't be ashamed if you got a 9 to 5. But yes, I'm a big proponent of multiple streams of income, smart investments, knowing when to put your eggs in this, knowing when to take them out. But yes, you got to have multiple incomes, have multiple streams of income, and be realistic. Be realistic with yourself. This is not a forever game where you're going to make money forever. When you do get it through the door, there is a window. Yeah,
you know how the old saying goes, it takes money to make money. That's real.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It does take money to make money. And like example, if you don't have the money to pay $1,500, $2,500 for a nice quality music video, work within what's in your means. Go get the I'm not going to say any apps because I don't want to get you, you know. Go utilize platforms that allows you to make these, you know, videos from your phone or whatever. Like, utilize what you have. Instead of worrying about what you don't have, need to get more. Focus on what you have, set a realistic budget of what you're going to dedicate to this, and go within that budget.
Facts. I feel like a lot of people just look at everyone who's way up here with it as far as budget. If your budget is $500, there's so many tools out here these days that you can utilize that $500 to get yourself out there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
You're absolutely right. There,
an iPhone music video is better than no music video at all.
Don't be afraid to show people where you're at now, and that's the problem. Everybody want to just have this appearance of, I got the bag already. If you're up and coming, they're going to understand. There's a reason why your video is not looking like the Moneybagg Yo's or the Drakes. It's a reason why you're up and coming, and you want to, you want to document that. So as you look back, oh, you started with the iPhone. Now your videos cost $400,000. You got a budget. You want to see that so you can mark the progression.
Right, for sure. Now, throughout, all the creativity that you have, like, do you ever get writer's block? And what do you do whenever that comes about, if you get that?
I do get writer's block. I am working on a triple album, working on dropping 3 albums in the same day at the same time. That is not easy to do, but I wanted to challenge myself. And I get writer's block all the time with that, actually. So you know what I do? I step the hell away from it.
Yeah. What are some things that you get into whenever you're not, making music and all that?
When I'm not making music, I'm totally invested in my other business, which is financial planning, dealing with finances, dealing with financial literacy, dealing with helping people with bankruptcy. So when I'm not doing that, I'm totally focused on my other business endeavors. I got a few investments I got going on. So I'm always busy outside of music. But when I do come back, if I take about 2 or 3 weeks away, when I do come back, I'm hitting the pavement running.
Right. And now there's, for the most part, with the creative process, is 3 big steps. It's like writing the music, recording the music, and then performing. Which one of those 3 is your favorite and why?
I love performing the music.
Okay.
As the best. And the reason why I love performing the music, because as you can see, I'm an extrovert. I'm a people person. I done gave speeches in front of, hundreds of people. So I never really had that stage fright aspect of it. I've never really experienced it, but I love entertaining people. I love being around people. I love gravitating from the energy from the crowd, because that'd be us as artists. That's what we operate off. We operate off the energy of the crowd. Okay. And I love going back and forth, exchanging energy with the crowd, good vibes, everybody's rocking. That is a euphoria that no drug can give you.
That's real, man. That's a lot of dopamine right there. When you on that stage and it's everything is an exchange of energy, man. So it's like, I know that has to be a great feeling for you.
Yes, sir. It is a wonderful feeling, and it's no better feeling than having the positive energies and the vibes while you're doing something that you love to do.
Real talk. Now, I know you mentioned the triple album. What else is up next for you? Is there anything else aside from that, or anything you would like to let us know about this triple album coming up?
Yeah, the triple album is coming up, and I'm actually hosting a big event. Details will be in the upcoming weeks. I'll be hosting an event to commemorate the album, and I'm also working behind the scenes with a few investors, partnering up to start my own record label.
That's so bro.
I'm going to be investing in my own private independent record label. We already got the lawyer, got the business manager, so detail later, but I want to keep some things on the wrap because I'm legally obligated to. But that is the next step besides the album, is the own independent imprint. Because like I said, I'm not going to be doing this forever, so I at least want to get the platform and the ground, like
the infrastructure.
Set. So we sign new artists, they can take this into the next stage.
That's beautiful, man, because it's like when your dreams can become bigger than just you, that's when like you really made it, man. So I commend you and salute for, wanting to put other people on, and it's not just about you. I love how you recognize that, bro.
Yeah, it's not just about me, man. the younger generations, the younger guys, they're just as much as inspiration to me. They keep me hungry. They keep me young. Another reason why I do this because I'm just tired of seeing us going at each other, man. It's becoming saddening to see.
Yeah, it's sickening, man.
It's very how we are doing this to each other, and you know the black on black violence and the crime. Like at the end of the day, yeah, we might express ourselves of the trap stuff in the music, but at the end of the day, I don't want to see no harm done to my brother.
Absolutely, man. That's one thing that I feel like, you know, hip hop has come so far within 50 years, but at the same time, there's definitely some things that we need to fix within our community. Yeah. And, you know, I feel like, you know, eventually it's going to get better, but, you know, I'm with you on that, man. We need to change.
Yes, sir. And I appreciate you, man. You gave me a shot, man. I found you, and I was like, okay. Yeah. What you're doing is good, man. I love what you're doing, man. Like I said, anything I could do to help push this further where it needs to go, man. You know, I'm nothing but a phone call away, but I appreciate everything that you're doing. This is a very good platform. This platform is going to be a very humongous, a big platform. I see it. I see the vision. I appreciate what you're doing.
Man. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. I just want to highlight, you know, all of the dope underground gems that, you know, some people might not know about yet. So that's what I do it for, man. And before we get out of here, you want to let everybody know where they can find you at?
I can find me at G-Litty Live, IG, G-Litty Live, Facebook, G-Litty Live, YouTube, G-Litty Live, G-Litty on all platforms, Spotify, G-Litty, YouTube, G-Litty. Y'all go check out my music on Spotify. Check out the whole catalog. Everything is up there. The latest single, Dark Sun, that's up there now. They got the triple album dropping soon. Got 3 new singles dropping in upcoming. Just stay in tune, plugged in, follow me. I will follow back. I will support. And that's what I got, man. G-Litty, man. Y'all go ahead and check me out on all streaming platforms. You won't be disappointed. I know it's a cliche, everybody say it, but you won't be disappointed. I will tell you that.
Yeah, for sure. There it is, man. And we're going to go ahead and get up out of here. So until next time, if you don't have a vision, you better off blind. If you don't live with a purpose, you better off dying. It's your boy D-Sick, G-Litty. We out of here, man. Peace.
All right.
24 hours of nonstop indie hip hop right here on Rap Nerd Radio.